Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 7 of the West Ham Fan TV podcast. I'm in better spirits this week. We've been to Spain. We've got a load of stories for that. We're going to be talking about the Premier League game that's just been, the Sevilla game coming up, and all sorts of Premier League stuff. But episode 7, the boys are back in town. Ryan's back here. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. You right? No theme tune this week?
No theme tune this week. No. I'm going to find a theme tune, you know. I'm going to find one. Yeah, I'm going to find a proper one for us.
We went to Spain and all it done was rain on day 2. Day 2.
It's like the fucking rain followed us round, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. And Dom's back. Hello, Dom.
Hello, Nicky. How are you, my friend?
Infected tonsils. Yeah, ill.
I can't. Do you know what you just said? Episode 7. Has it really been six weeks since we started?
Has it been sex?
Yes, Dom. It's been sex.
Sex.
Loads of sex.
It is episode
6
7,
in the podcast. Yeah, that's good. It's going well, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it, mate.
Yeah, so am I, man.
I am really enjoying it.
How'd you like your vodka and pineapple juices I made for you?
I
Is that
love 'em,
vodka?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm driving.
Well, you asked for it.
No, I didn't. I said just a fruit
You
juice.
didn't. You said, I'll have a vodka. I said, Dom's having it. He went, oh, yeah, go on, chuck us one over.
Oh, I thought you just said he was having a pineapple.
There's
juice.
only a little bit in there.
Nah, that's
all
all right. No, I'll be all fine. It's not. It's very nice.
Just tell the
It's
old
very
Bill you
good.
still got Spanish booze in you. They let you off.
It's very sunny. It's very, very springy.
Yeah, I went for the Prague Starofrapum. That sounds like the secret word there to say Euro trip. You know? When you,
yeah.
Yeah, it's nice though.
Did you say flag and gooses?
Guzenza.
Yes. Bring on the wall. What did you say?
I don't know. Bring on the wall. It's Danny Dyer, isn't it?
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, listen, we get straight into the stories. We all went to Spain.
We all went to Spain.
We went a long fucking way round.
We done. Yeah, we went from Luton. I went from Braintree to Luton to Milan to Seville.
Braintree?
Yeah, man, that's how we went.
Or did you stay at your mum's?
No, we drove there in the morning. 2:30 in the morning, we woke up.
Well, we woke up earlier than that. Nicky picked me up at 2:30.
I was on the dot as well, mate.
And then we got...
Fucking hell, really?
On the dot.
Good Lord. You're never on the dot for me.
Oh,
Apart from, to be fair,
I was on the dot. wasn't I?
you were on the dot for Kidderminster a while. I'll give you that
There
one.
you go. I got a new leaf.
And then
You, Nicky.
then we flew to Milan. Got off at Milan.
Had
Had
an ice cream.
nice Peroni and a chicken burger.
Nice.
Then got rejected for our COVID pass, but she said, no, go. So she let us through.
I hate flying so much.
And then, then we caught the plane from Milan to Seville. Landed in Seville. Literally took 4 minutes to get off the plane in a cab, which was great. Went to the hotel. Quick wash, quick change. Went down to the square, picked up our tickets, and that was it, mate. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Woohoo!
Yeah!
Ended up costing us a lot of fucking money, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of all of the... mate, I went...
Wizz Air, weren't it? Yeah.
I went ballistic at the gates. Ryan had to calm me down. They weren't going to let me on the flight. That's true.
Well, the thing is...
I love it when you go ballistic. It just makes me laugh.
Only one thing's going to happen, and you're not going to get on that flight. And if we miss that flight,
That's it.
we miss everything.
Seville,
because
done.
one delay would have fucked us, because we literally landed in Seville at, 3 o'clock, and we had to pick our tickets up by 4:45.
That's cutting it too fine.
Nah.
It is, man.
It was like a military operation,
If we get through, are you going to go the day before?
Probably.
Please do, because you're good at these flights. Could you help me out? Could I fly with you?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but you was there before us, so you...
Yeah, I know, man, but it was a nightmare getting a flight. My route was
but-
Barcelona.
Yeah, well, at least you was in Spain. We was in Milan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Milan. I went to Milan 3
Yeah,
years
but you
ago.
wouldn't like
I loved
Milan
it.
if you got a delay and you think, how am I going to get to Spain before kick-off? Well, at least you're in Barcelona.
I'll tell you, my heart went because we got to the gate, right? And I'll tell you what it is. You have to fly with your COVID pass, yeah, for Italy. And we got to Italy, and you have to have been vaccinated within 270 days.
What, the second dose?
Yeah, right.
Have you had a booster?
No.
Okay.
Right. So when I checked on the NHS app, I'd been vaccinated 263 days before, right? So I thought, that's fine, right? And then when I got to the Milan thing, she went, COVID pass, got my COVID pass out. She scanned it. She went, boop, red. She went, no. I went, oh, come on.
No.
Honestly, wasn't it? I started panicking because I thought to myself, Jesus Christ, like, what happens? What happens in this situation? Do they put me on a plane and piss me off back home?
You back home, didn't they?
And then all of a sudden he's out, and he's a lot more recently vaccinated, and he went red as well. And I got up the app. I was panicking. I was shaking.
Yeah, mine went red, and what it was.
Well, you're having a Dan Lawless moment.
What it is over here, when you get a COVID pass, they last like for a month.
You have to update it. All
over
the time,
there, it don't. It's like literally like 24 hours or something stupid like that. And
is it?
Even when mine come up as red, I thought, oh, hang on, mate. I've had me 2. I've had me booster. I've had everything everything Boris has told me to do. I've done.
And COVID within the last 6 weeks, really, wasn't it? Like 6 months.
So but then she looked at the date and she just went, go.
Yeah, as I got my date, I went, look, it says April. She went, yes, that's fine, and then we was off. But the Wizz Air thing was a joke. It was an absolute joke. It was got to the check-in desk. They hadn't sent me a check-in email, right? And everything's changed. Everything's changed. Like normally, I don't normally get these like budget airlines. It's normally a package, like a holiday I go on. I'm not really like, apart from when we went to Zagreb, but everything's changed since then, right? So it sent me the check-in email. No, they didn't send me the check-in email. So I just assumed you had to go to the desk to check in. Yeah. Gets to the desk and he goes, you haven't paid for airport check-in. And I'm like, what the fuck do you have to pay for airport check-in for? I thought that was the normal way to check in. Yeah. I thought like checking in early was a bonus. It's just like you can, get better seats and whatever. And I'm like, well, no, I didn't get an email to check in. I just assumed you had to come to the desk. He went, no, you have to pay for airport check-in. I went, all right, well, show me the email then where I have to check in, and I'll check in. He went, it's too late. I said, how can it be too late? I'm here 2.5 hours before. He's like, no, it's too late. It's too, because we got stuck in a bit of traffic. It was maybe a little bit before. He went, it's too late to check in online. You now have to get airport check-in, €70, right?
Fuck off.
So when I paid it, I was angry at that. Walks into the airport, goes to the gate, gets to the gate. We've got these 2 cases, which he did not say a fucking single word about at the desk, right? And got these 2 cases, these little tiny cases, which pre-pandemic were fine. That was a carry-on bag. They're like, put that in that little basket there. Didn't fit in the little basket. He went, that's another €35 each. And I'm like, I'm looking and I'm confused because I'm thinking, what have I just paid for at the desk? Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought that's what I was paying for. So I'm looking around, and this woman, who was, I'm not joking, the ugliest fucking woman I've ever seen in my fucking life. She had a pair of Bose Selector bins on, looked at me and went, what are you standing there looking like that for?
Rude.
What? Am I
How rude.
Am I joking?
No, yeah.
She went, what are you standing there looking all confused for? And I went, because I've just been charged. You're trying to charge me another €70 to get 2 bags on. I said, I don't know what I've just paid at the desk for. And she went, you should check it then. You should book your flights properly then. Like that. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, I have booked my fucking flights properly. And then I started losing my rag. Like really losing my rag. And she's just antagonising. And then all of a sudden he turned around to me and I never swore.
No.
I never swore. And he went to me, you've just swore. You're not getting on this flight.
Who said that?
The guy that was trying to charge us for the bags. And I went, I didn't swear. She went, if you don't calm down, you're not getting in this flight. And Ryan's just tugging me going, Nick, come on, man. Just leave it.
No,
so is this 35 for how many bags? 1.
What?
Yeah.
€35.
35 each.
Yeah.
It's not
35
we didn't have 35 bags on it.
No, I didn't say that.
I thought 35.
That's the catch though with them cheap flights.
Yeah.
I remember when about.
They didn't used to be the catch, Dom.
Now, listen. Let me say something quick. I went to a few years. I bet it was about 14 years ago. I went to used to go on holiday during Easter with my family when I was in school, and it was my family, so my brother, sister, and my mum and my dad. I think, my dad and my nan, and we flew. I think it was the first time we flew with Ryanair. And it was all cheap flights. That's why we done it. We only went because of how cheap the flights were. Yeah. And my mum was trying to find she kept clicking the link to get the boarding pass. This was back then where you had to print it. You couldn't get it on your phone. Weren't as advanced back then. And every time she clicked the link to get the boarding pass, it would just come up as an error. So she'd email them and she'd say, like, why can't I get my boarding pass? And they replied saying, you can get it at the desk. She gets to Stansted Airport and we get to the desk and there's this bloke who's having a big row with someone behind the desk. And my dad, like, goes up next and they want 60 quid per print for boarding pass. Yeah, £60. That's how they do it. There's always that catch with cheap airlines. They fucking do you on the spot. That's how they do it. It's a fucking scam. And like my dad and this random bloke are just arguing. He's like, yeah, they didn't make it clear at all. They don't tell you.
No.
It's just and you don't have a choice. You're not going to just turn around and go home, are you?
You just get caught out.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know what I mean? But we did. But then as my mind was going on the plane, I'm looking at Ryan. I said, we've got another freaking 3 of these flights to catch. I'm going to have to check every single one.
3?
Yeah, because we was only going to Milan. We had to go to Seville, then from Seville back to Palma, and then Palma back home. And yeah, we had to pay for a bag. We was going Ryanair or the rest, and they was just exactly the same.
Ryanair, just
so I complained on Twitter, as I do. I'm like the male form of a Karen when it comes to that sort of thing. So I thought, fuck it, I'm going to ring them up. And I didn't really expect them to do anything. But I thought, I'm going to make a bit of a song and a dance about it. I think it's outrageous. £1.50 a minute to ring them. So I thought to myself, by the time I ring them, even if you argue, even if they turn around and went, all right, we'll give you some of your money back, you're going to have spent it on a phone call.
They give you a 70 quid back and you just spent 300 on a phone call.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm thinking to myself, it's not worth it. So I tweeted them. They come back, unfortunately this and unfortunately that, and I'm like, yeah, is that
sorry you had to go through this, Nicky.
But I just said to her, like, you're a fucking disgrace, basically. I said, you
please don't swear, Nicky.
Disgraceful airline, con merchants, which they are.
Wizz Air, wasn't it?
Wizz Air, yeah. Never use you again. That's it. And then I said, I'm going to tell everyone. So I'm telling everyone.
Bullshit. Because if we get to the final and there's one flight left and it's Wizz Air, you'd talk so much rubbish. You'd be like, oh, yeah, no, they're all right, Wizz Air. Just to make sure you check in.
My route was stress-free, to be fair.
Yeah.
Considering my travel chaos this season.
To be fair, our route was stress-free. It was stress-free, apart from that.
It was just that sour face.
Well, actually, tell a lie. I flew from Gatwick, right? My route was via Barcelona. So I flew from Gatwick. And as I went, Gatwick's my favourite airport because it's easy. You just you get there, you walk in, you go up the stairs and you're straight at security and you're through and, you know, you're there. I went to scan my boarding pass and it come up as a duplicate. And I turned around to the guy there and I said, it's a duplicate. I said, it's not working. It's like, someone scanned it. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, someone scanned it. I'm like, well, they haven't scanned it, have they? It's just a mistake. No, it's been scanned. I was like, well, what do you want me to do, mate? And he's just like, no, it's been scanned. Well, he was just being a prick. And I just said, just open the gate, mate. You know, and he just like, I argued with him for a couple of minutes. He opened the gate.
Oh, so I feel safe now.
I forgot to take my fucking toothpaste out of my rucksack. Because it's a liquid. So my liquid, so that my bag's gone into the search aisle.
Yeah.
The woman's, she's opened my bag and she started like going through it and throwing everything out. She fucking pulled a pair of my pants out. And I was like, do you mind? Like, that's my underwear. Can you just like not put my underwear back?
What they like? I bet they were stained as fuck.
No, they were clean, man. I was like, I said, this is a violation of my privacy. Can you just like put them back? No, we need to find it. I'm like, oh, fucking, what is it? Oh, we found a liquid in your bag. Oh, it's that fucking, look, give it here. I'll find it for you. Like, rummaging through. She took the fucking vouchers as well for the tickets. I was like, sorry, love, we ain't got no spares. So I've done that's sorted. There's a few security guards were like Arsenal and Tottenham fans. Why are you wearing that? West Ham. I was like, yeah, how are you getting on in Europe this week, boys? Yeah, fuck off. So yeah, flew to Barcelona. Lot of West Ham on the flight. It was all good. We had a 3-hour changeover, so you know, not rushing about or nothing. So I was like, let's go to the bar. So went outside in this bar, and it was the bollocks, right? You had everyone on that flight was sitting out there. It was like drinking. You know, necking back everything, you know, in the sun, all set for our flight to Seville, and we got smashed, mate. We got absolutely battered. And it got to a point where we needed to get some food. So we went to the McDonald's. McDonald's there is grim, mate. The McDonald's in Barcelona, in Spain.
Is he joking?
No, I'm not joking, mate. I didn't like it. I thought it was rank. It was like it was like some knockoff version. Do you know how much a Big Mac was at that airport? 15 fucking euros for a Big Mac.
Fuck off.
Nah, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. 15 euros for a Big Mac. Airport tax. No, so I was like, bollocks to this.
Lucky they didn't have the double Big Mac. You'd have been fucked.
Yeah, 30 euros, mate. Oh, I'm skint. But, yeah, so I think we were so drunk, we completely lost track of time. So I went for a piss, and my phone goes off, and it's someone on the flight messaged me from Twitter. He was like, "Where are you?" I'm just like, "I'm having a piss." He was like, "We're about to board." Oh, shit. And I looked at the time, and it was about, the flight was at 4:30. It was about 4:05. Like, oh, no. So I was like, right, we got to run. And, of course, the gate we needed was right down the other end of the airport. So we're just like, right, it's like Home Alone. We're just licking it, you know. I'm like pissed out my head. My fucking trousers are falling down and everything. Just like licking it. I'm just like pulling my trousers up. And then we couldn't find the gate. It was like we were looking around, couldn't see it. I was like, where the fuck's the gate? And I just like, because it's like, obviously, like, you got one number that side. It's odd and even each side, like house numbers. I just see it. It was like tucked. It was the most awkward gate to find, of course. And there were 2 staff members there, no one else. And I thought, oh no, we fucking missed it. So I just ran up and I was like, are we too late? Last call, yeah. Fucking, it was that close. We just got on and all the people were like, what time do you fucking call this?
Yeah,
what time do you call
mate,
this?
It's not
Stressful,
when you're at the airport,
man.
you've got to be careful.
I just hate flying. Hate it.
The problem is with
Hate
airports, it's the boarding time. You think your flight's at 11:30 and it's like 11:45. You think, oh, sorry, I've got another 10-15 minutes, but you ain't. You got to be on that plane at that time, so you can't. That's why, like, when you get long haul flights, you got to be there like 4 hours early.
Yeah.
So you can do that, sit around, have a few drinks and all that. But when you do them local flights, they're like bang. It's like we didn't have really any time to rest. I think the most we sat down in 4 days was in Milan, and that was just for a chicken burger.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was mental. But I'll tell you, we got there. We as I said, we dropped our bags in. Nice hotel. I've got to say, nice hotel. Went to the square. It was lovely there. Wasn't the square. Sorry, the where we had to pick the tickets up.
Where the O'Neill's was?
Yeah, McDonald's and all
Pizza
that sort of stuff. Was milling around. We had a very different experience to McDonald's as you did, because we thought it was fucking brilliant, to be honest with you.
Well, I did. I got 2 beers out of there.
Yeah, that dumb beer.
Dumb beer. I got a bucket of chicken wings or something like that, and a loaded fries. I thought it was the bollocks, right? So anyway, it was really packed. Next door, they had this little restaurant, I suppose. I said to him, instead of going in the pub or the McDonald's, because it's quite packed, I said, let's go there. It's empty. Walked in there. Jack, mate, and Stevie White were there. Sat there with them. Had a speak to them. They was getting abuse from West Ham fans, masses of abuse. So they was just in there basically hiding. He's a good guy, Jack. You know.
Yeah, I met him in Zagreb. He was with you. He's a nice fella. Yeah,
lovely guy, and his mate's a lovely guy. And all of the abuse that they was getting, I couldn't really understand it, because at the end of the day, I see people like saying to us, like they said to me, and like they said he shouldn't be getting a ticket. He ain't been to away game. Blah blah blah. He works for a club. You know, I
think the abuse was more aimed at his mate.
Yeah, but it's his mate.
Jealousy.
He bought him.
It's just jealousy.
I know, but I think that's what it was more aimed at. If it had been Jack out there with someone working from the club or another West Ham fan, I don't think they would have got as much abuse. It's because his mate said he's a Man United fan. Yeah. And I think that's why, you know what, like, people are pissed up, they ain't got a ticket, they're jealous. I mean, Tony Cotty was in the away end, Ian Bishop was in the away end. I mean, they don't go Burnley on a Tuesday night.
Ian Bishop was on my flight home.
But the thing is, they get the tickets from the club, so what can you do?
He's working and it's his mate. He travels everywhere with his mate.
I'll tell you who else got turned away by a lot of West Ham fans. We see the Moose.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we was in the square, and it was like, this was where everyone was going. It was like thousands congregating in this big square. And all of a sudden, I just heard this, fuck off, Moose. I turned around, it was the Moose, just like wandering about on his own with a rucksack on, coming up to the fans to take pictures. Fuck off, Moose, you're not wanted here, fuck off. And rightly so, because you know what he's like.
Well, he's the one that sent the videos of the Frankfurt fans,
yeah,
when he was the first one to tweet them.
Always tries to drag his own supporters through the mud.
I'm going to say this as well, because we're going to the game a little bit in a second. Immaculately behaved. Every single West Ham fan I see out there, the locals absolutely loved us. They loved us.
They were stood there in that square, they were just awe, just like, oh, these are. And do you know what I loved about it? You know that video when there's like that big march of all of us walking around that corner?
Yeah.
You see all them videos when it's like Eastern Europeans, Germans, and like English fans sit back and they're like, fucking hell, they're loud. I wish English fans were the same. I tell you what, that was on par with them. Come around the corner, like, you know, singing West Ham songs
I think
in our numbers. Everyone was just pleased to be there.
Yeah.
So pleased to be there.
Both sets of fans were great on the day and the night as well, and even the day after. It was just brilliant. I mean, I see the videos of, and the Seville fans are clapping the West Ham fans as they're walking down the street, shaking their hands, and that's how it should be.
But I got to say, and I said this a little bit on Saturday or Sunday, we won't get any credit for that. You know what I mean? That won't be spoke about in the Sun. That won't be spoke about in the Mirror or you know, online and all that sort of thing. All they wanted to do is try and tar us with a brush when there was trouble with the Frankfurt fans who was attacking the bars, and we just fended the bars. But they was immaculately behaved. Everybody was immaculately behaved. It was a good vibe. Everyone was having a good time. There was not an ounce of trouble. There was a couple of bits and pieces with the police, as you can imagine, in the ground. But there, you know, you always get that with them. But everyone was in good spirits. We've got to be spoke about more like that, because I've seen Liverpool go out there. They've caused trouble out there. A lot of trouble, to be quite honest with you. So have Chelsea. So
see that video, the Chelsea fans just smashed up that bloke's bar and they started attacking him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And when we went out there, we was respectful. We spent our money. We drunk in their bars. We never damaged their bars. We never damaged their property. We had a laugh. We had a joke. We left a good impression on the city. And that will not be spoke about.
No. Apart from the locals, getting in the ground was a bit of a fucking pain, though.
Yeah.
Well, did you have trouble getting in?
No, we was all right.
Trouble, no.
Yeah, but it was. I thought we weren't going to make kickoff because they had you had to get through 3 fucking stages because they were like sort of segregating, letting only people through at a time. It's them horses, mate. It's them fucking horses. They were on the horses blocking everyone. So like we got there, I'm like, oh no. It was about half hour before kickoff. I'm just like, shit. Just like, and you know, they're all like geared up on the horses, and then like one of the officers on the horse just started beckoning, and I thought he started beckoning us through. So I've gone to walk through, and he's like stood in the
horse's tail whipped him in the face.
Nada, back. So what's he fucking beckoning for? And I turn around, there's about 3 more horses coming through, and he's just letting them walk through everyone. So I'm like, shit, and Marshy's behind me, just like trying to see what's going on. All of a sudden, this horse has come right up behind him, like going towards him. I'm like, watch out the fucking way. So I just grabbed him and pulled him out the way of the horse. The horse was like reared up and turned and started walking towards me. So I've grabbed Marshy. I'm just like, shit. Like, I've grabbed Marshy and like just like sort of cuddled him and just like jumped out the way. Oh, God.
Imagine that horse would have shit all over him.
They do.
But that's the thing, right? But then when they let us through, they let me walk through they let me walk through 2 horses. So I'm walking through like there's a horse there and a horse there. I'm just like, what if one fucking kicks out at me? Like, you know,
don't trust them.
On Red Dead Redemption, you know what I mean? When you go and like steal a horse,
I don't trust
boots
them.
you in the face.
I've never trusted horses.
Yeah.
Never, ever.
When they're spooked, mate, they can be fucking.
Yeah, they can be vicious. They kick, and you can't really tell if they're really disturbed. You have to really know their behaviours because they don't change expression. They freak me out, horses, man. I don't like them using horses in these day and age. I really don't like it, to be quite honest with you. They freak me out, horses.
It's their hooves, man. Like, just imagine getting kicked in the face. That will kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, it hits you in a certain part of the air. But we never really had the trouble. We saw the horses and all that sort of thing, but you know, there was a couple of stoppages. They took our bag off of us, which you know, I was.
Did they charge you for it?
No.
Oh, that's all right.
No, brilliantly done. Again, got to the thing. It was going to let me through, but saw microphone and that. He said, "Look, you ain't for rules, can't let you through." It was a little bit, and I was a bit like, "Oh well, you know, what am I going to do?" Because like stewards over here, they don't give a fuck. They just, I don't care. Like Liverpool, it's bag-free stadium. We had to get our own stewards to sort it out. It was like bag-free stadium. I don't care what you do with it. That's your problem. You turn up with a bag. I said, "Well, I didn't know. Nobody knew." And this is the thing. He took me to a man. He said, "Get the ticket off of him. You can get it from gate 11. It'll all be there for you when you come back." And lo and behold,
do you speak English?
Yeah.
I thought the language barrier out there was tough. It's one of them cities where no one really speaks any other language.
It's a local city, really. Yeah. It's a local city. We had that sort of thing in Rome, didn't we? With the language barrier at times in the non-touristy areas, but beautiful city.
I thought it was lovely.
Fucking gorgeous city.
Yeah. Well, the game was decent as well.
Yeah.
There was a game with 25 minutes just been talking about travelling, chicken burgers and horses.
Yeah, but it's that away stand, man. If we'd have scored, I think a couple of people would have gone over the top of it. It was fucking.
Yeah, it was dangerous.
Looks dangerous. Like when you look at it, man. Fucking hell.
I think the atmosphere was brilliant from both sets of fans.
That was the best atmosphere I've ever been in. I didn't realise how loud Spanish fans were.
But they're different. Like, because when you think about how steep the away end was in Spain, they don't celebrate like we celebrate. Like if you watch when they celebrate, they just swing their scarves around and clap. Like over here, everyone jumps over each other and things like that. So these stadiums ain't built for our sort of fans. Yeah. And the thing is, if we would have scored, someone would have gone over there. It was so dangerous. And there's a part of me that obviously I wish we scored because I wanted to be in that moment. But yeah, there's a part of me that's thinking, but when they scored, that was so loud. And bearing in mind, it was loud and there was no roof. So you imagine if there was a roof on that stadium, how loud that would have been, even like double that.
Yeah, they just go, everyone in the stadium, go, like that. But we should have scored.
Yeah.
We should have
Not
scored.
clinical enough yet again, man.
Vlasic's header, Antonio's follow-up. Was it Lanzini in the second half? That was good, great block.
That was good block, yeah.
Great block. We had the chances, and we went to Seville, and, we've come out there with a 1-0 defeat, which, looking at it, is a good result. I
would have taken the 1-0 loss.
I think, and it showed with the atmosphere after the West Ham fans, because no one was moaning, was they? Like, I was thinking we've just come to Seville and we've lost 1-0, and really we should have been walking out there with 1-1, maybe even 2-1 to West Ham.
Yeah,
they had chances, we had chances. If Vlasic puts that away early,
they didn't have a lot of chances.
No, they had half chances.
They had 22 shots, but it was all from distance, weren't it? It was.
They're a good side though. They're a very good side.
They knocked the ball around. And I think where we done well was the last 15, 20 minutes, because we're not used to playing in that sort of temperature and heat. I thought the players might have looked a lot more tired, made mistakes, but the fair play to our players, we see it out. Mark Noble come on, and we all say Mark Noble's slow and that, but he was perfect replacement because he slowed it down for us as well, and he just got that ball, kept dropping deep, playing the 1-2s, and just see the game out. And I think that's what Moisey done. Just said, look, go on, let's see out this game. We'll take that 1-0 back to London Stadium. And on Thursday night, we're going to have double the attendance there than what was there the other day, and it's going to be rocking. Because I think they're only bringing about 800 fans over Seville.
Yeah, I heard they sent some tickets back.
Yeah, they did. That's why they all went on sale to the West Ham fans yesterday. So
I've never seen it. It's like an away game.
Yeah,
people looking for spares for that day.
Do you remember when some people were saying, "Oh, you're never going to fill that stadium. You're never going. It's going to be empty seats everywhere." And now look. I'm so fucking nervous, man.
I am a bit pissed off with West Ham though, because I've seen Man United fans tweeting about getting tickets to go and see Martial.
But it's just general sale, innit? That's the thing, and it might not even be their fault. They might have a West Ham mate that didn't want to go, and they've done it through their account. But when they tweet their seat numbers and that, they should wait for them to take their seat. Stewards go up to them and say, "Come on, out.
Yeah, get out.
Prove you're a West Ham fan." But so. But it'll still be rocking. There'll be loads of West Ham over there. And I know you're nervous. I'm nervous as well, Don, because I really want us to do well. But I'm so excited for this game. I think this is probably our biggest game since playoff final, 2012?
We've had some big games before, but this is...
FA Cup final. Yeah.
FA Cup, I think FA Cup quarter final against United since then, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But this is a big week for us.
I think we're going to do it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do it.
So it's a massive week because...
My heart says 3-1 to us. I just got a feeling 3-1.
Thing is, as you said, it's a massive week because we've got a game on Thursday and then we go to Tottenham on Sunday, and we really need to win that game on Sunday if we're going to have any chance of.
We have to win it.
Yeah, we've got to stay in that top. That's why the result of the weekend against Villa was massive because it keeps us in that hunt for the top 6. I'm not saying we're going to get top 4.
No, not top 4.
But there's 9 games to go, and we've still got a chance because it's out of our hands. It's out of our hands. It's in Arsenal's hands. It's Arsenal's place to lose now. I mean, they've got a tough game tomorrow against Liverpool. Massive game. But I'm not saying we're going to get top 4, but we just need to, just keep getting them few wins and we can get, I'm happy with top 6.
I'm still looking at 7th. And anything else is a bonus. I'm worried about Wolves.
No, but don't worry about Wolves.
Don't worry about Wolves.
I do worry about Wolves. Don't worry about Wolves. Don't worry about Wolves. Right?
Can I not? Don't worry about Wolves.
Don't worry about Wolves.
What's the gist here?
No.
You ain't got to worry about the Foxes.
But there is, I mean,
no.
I was going to get into this a bit later after we spoke about the Villa game, but we'll get into it now. There's stuff happening at Chelsea, massive stuff happening at Chelsea. We've just learned that they can't sell tickets. They're trying to get a game behind closed doors against Middlesbrough. I think they've just scrapped.
They only sold 400 tickets for that.
So far.
I was saying to me, mate, but the game's Saturday.
Yeah, but they would have sold them, and then I think they would have sold a few before the sanctions come in.
Yeah, but the sanction only come in the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they would have sold you know what it's like?
No, mate,
it's probably...
them tickets would have been on sale a while ago.
They'd have been on sale about 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, look, I think that the government's going to step in, and I think Chelsea will sort of...
I don't think they will.
Yeah, I think they will. You can't let a club like Chelsea go bust.
I would.
You can't let them go out of business.
I would.
Yeah, but you're saying that from your West Ham
No,
part.
I'm not. Well, this is
Because if it was us, and there are rumours that Kretinsky might be involved in...
We'll see.
Yeah, so...
We'll see.
I wouldn't want to see Chelsea as a football club go bust, and it's not because of Abramovich, it's because it's the hardcore fans that have supported that club for years.
Let me just make a small argument there, right? Because they was all happy, right? 20 years ago, when this guy flew over London, decided to buy Chelsea with his dirty Russian money, yeah, he is one of the reasons, Roman Abramovich, yeah, that the Premier League is the way it is, because he's turned it into a billionaire's fucking boys club. That's what he's done. He's absolutely tried to ruin competition. Not only that, he was another one that was banging on the door of this fucking Super League business, right? But he is funding Russian government, and they're declaring war. And he come out last week and he's trying to give it all of this, blah, blah, blah. These fans are chanting his name at football. Right, I don't care. If you're a human being, right, if you're a human being and you're seeing what's going on in the world at the minute against, like, you know, we see the way Yarmolenko and all that got upset and all that. It's emotionally draining, and they are disrespecting the whole fucking world by chanting his name when they know he's involved in it. It's always been dirty money. It's always been a way to launder money, to to cleanse that money, because it's all corrupt money, all of it. And that's what he's turned Chelsea into. He's turned it into a laundering club. But they was all happy to sit there and collect their trophies and all that sort of thing. And now, when they're on their arse, they're sitting there chanting his name. When you know what's going on, man, have some fucking decency.
I think that's just football fans, though.
Yeah.
I think because if you think about it, look at the uproar when Kurt Zouma kicked the cat. West Ham fans were still singing his name on the Sunday.
Well, it's a bit different.
I know it's different, but what I'm saying... No, but I know that. But what I'm saying is, when it's your club, you're still supporting. Even though it's wrong, there's been other cases down the years where things have gone on.
I don't think there's a comparison, mate.
I'm not saying... No, but
I didn't see Sunderland fans singing Adam Johnson's name when he got done for abusing a child.
But there might have been. You wouldn't know that. There probably was people doing it, but I'm not saying it's the same. What I'm saying is because when it's your club, they look at what he's done for Chelsea. You know, no one was talking about Abramovich 4 weeks ago saying he should have been chucked out. It's only now that it's come out in the last couple of weeks. And I'm not listen. What he should do is they should take the club off him, hand it over, give it to someone else, give it to the fans or whatever to run it. And then whatever happens to Abramovich, I just don't want to see a club like Chelsea go out of business or go bust.
That's the thing, though. I mean, Chelsea's his prized asset, and if he suffers because of that, and Chelsea suffer, then so be it. That's the view of it. They're just gridlocked. I mean, you say, people saying, "Oh, they're going to lose all their players." They can't sell any players. They're just in limbo for the time being. The fact that the ticket sale, I mean, it's going to affect us because we obviously at the moment we're not going to be able to go to the away fixture, which is a shame because. It's one of the best.
I don't think this
is one of the It's one of the best fixtures.
This is something that's going to rumble on. It's not a quick. This is not a quick result.
They can't.
Well, they need to have it sorted by the 31st of May, and that ain't far away now.
I don't think they will. This is something that's like it's in the government's hands. They don't care about Chelsea. They don't.
No.
Unfortunately, they're seeing it as is this is a guy.
But then look at the flip side. Look at Newcastle, who own them. They're
Exactly.
still killing people now, but no one's even mentioned it.
They had a Saudi flag in the away.
Exactly.
But this is the thing. I'm not just singling out Chelsea, but he is a reason why all these people
he's
are
the catalyst
involved.
of modern football.
No, I don't think he's
no, he is. You just said the reason that he's a billionaire playground.
No, Sky are the catalyst of modern football.
Yeah, then he's just sort of added along.
Let's have no doubt about it. Sky are the catalyst of the downfall of modern football. But he was the first billionaire, the first dodgy owner to come in and invest his money to cleanse it, and it's just given everyone around the world. They are trying to kill competition. If the league helping them, the FA are trying to help them, they shouldn't be getting involved in it. I'm afraid they shouldn't be getting involved. They didn't get involved when the pit like Bury and that were going down. Honestly, yeah. So why get involved in this? Because again, it's the money. It's good for their brand. They want. I hope they go fucking to the wall. I really do, and I don't mean that because of the fans. I will feel sorry for some of the fans, but if that's the way to kill fucking modern football, that's the way to kill modern football.
But it won't, because other clubs would just do it.
Well, I think the fact they requested the Middlesbrough game to be behind closed doors is fucking embarrassing, and it's an absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
Like, they're talking about integral sport when they try to form the Super League. But that's what I mean, that they quoted it as an integrity to the sport when they tried to kill football by making the Super League. So if they want that beyond closed doors, why don't they want their home games beyond closed doors? You know, that's how it works. It's just Big Six bully mentality again. So fucking entitled.
Well, that's been chucked out. They've.
Yeah, I know, but they still wanted it.
Yeah, I know. They asked for it.
The intent was there.
Yeah, I agree. This is what I'm saying. Absolute fucking disgrace. But
fuck Chelsea anyway.
We'll see what happens to Chelsea. We'll have to keep an eye on it. It does affect us, because the reason why I brought them up is because they could be deducted points.
They could be deducted points. They could, if they get chucked out or whatever, they could be relegated. They could have every trophy they've won under Abramovich. They can have taken away from them, taken away from their history. Like Rangers, when they went bust, they nearly lost all their history.
Yeah, Juventus did as well when they were.
It's a mad, crazy time, and I do, as I said, I work with someone who's a massive Chelsea fan. He's been a season ticket holder since he was a kid. Like, his granddad, his dad took him, and they're the people I feel sorry for. Not the people that jumped on in the last 10, 15 years that walk around in Chelsea shirts and they don't know hardly anything about the football club. They jumped on them because they was winning all the trophies. You know, they're the fans I feel sorry for. And I'm sure if it was West Ham fans going through it as well, if we was going through it, there'll be Tottenham fans that say, you know what, deep down I do feel a bit sorry for West Ham, because it's, you know, we all love our football club. We don't help where we're from. You don't help who you support, you know. I don't like fans that will live in London and support Liverpool and never go to Anfield. You know, there are Man United fans that live in London that go to Old Trafford every week. I respect them. Because their dads might have been a Man United fan, but they moved to London when they was kids, but they still go. You know, so
fuck me, there must be some.
You know what it is though, right? It's the fans that suffer and no one cares.
Yeah.
It
always
bottom of the pile yet again. The be and end all of it all.
The proper fans. Proper fans.
But the thing is, Chelsea will probably go bankrupt, go bust, start up again, and still win more fucking trophies than us in the next 10 years.
But yeah, there are talks that they're going to.
I see a rumour that there's another Saudi group wants to take them.
Of course they're going to, though. They're a successful club. They're worth a lot of money. But they're all circling around like vultures. But the government have got control of it. They ain't got to do nothing. It's not within their interest.
The fans have got a say in it though, because the fans actually own the pitch at Stamford Bridge.
Do they?
Yeah, they own the pitch, so they've got a say in who takes over the club as well.
Well,
they're playing a car park.
They're gonna, whoever's got the money, because they're still gonna want to compete.
They might even have to end up playing over at AFC Wimbledon's old ground, Kings Meadow, or Aldershot's ground.
It'll end up being sold eventually, but I think it's within. Like, I mean this.
Didn't he say though the other week that he was going to make no profit from it, and all the funds were going to go to the Ukraine?
It's all virtual signalling, right?
Yeah, I know.
He knew that was coming. He knew
obviously step away, and that's the best thing that can happen now.
He knew this was all coming.
He's not even been allowed in the country for years, has he?
For 4 years.
When I watched their Club World Cup final, he was there.
Yeah, because it was in.
That's the first image I've seen of him for years. Why is he not allowed in the country?
For the same reasons.
Well, even before, what, for the
for the same reasons. Yeah, not for war. Obviously, there wasn't a war.
Yeah, I know, but it started 8 years ago, didn't it?
Well, for the same sort of reasons, it's not been allowed here for a long time. Not a long time, but you know, I wish the real fans all the best, but I don't give a fuck what happens to them, to be quite honest with you. I think they deserve it.
Fuck Chelsea.
In my opinion. But it is what it is. Let's see what happens. But it does affect our away game. But as I said, it might be another spot if they get deducted points. There's talk of them getting deducted 9 points.
Good.
Well, why 9 points though? I don't get that.
No,
Why
I
9?
don't get it either.
It's just a number, though, isn't it?
No, but I thought
if
it was
they're gonna do
30.
anything, relegate them to like the League Two. Put them like what happened to Rangers. Put them back down.
Administration.
No, football league, so it'd be League Two, wouldn't it?
No, Rangers was conference. They went out there.
Nah,
No,
they weren't.
Rangers
They were
didn't,
the like League
Were
Two
they?
equivalent of Scotland, yeah.
They
Division
just go
3.
to the bottom of the
Division 3,
Yeah.
Division
I
2,
thought
Division
I thought
1,
they went out of the league.
Premiership.
I'll be honest, I thought they went out of the league. But
No.
yeah, I don't know why 9 points, but it should be 30. I think the standard is 30 for that, right?
Most I've seen is 30. That's when you're really in the shit. I think some.
Well, they're talking about fucking.
It all depends how
talking
much.
about Thomas Tuchel. What a fucking bike with the players in a fucking tandem.
Well, the thing is, they can't even afford to fly to Middlesbrough. They got to get a coach trip like we would as fans. That's what I'm saying. So it's crazy. They can't. They've got 2 months' money in their bank to cover the players' wages, and when that runs out, by law and probably by their contract, the players can walk away.
Could you imagine? Because they're gonna have to get standard flights as well. Could you imagine you being on their flight? Fucking
They
Wizz
won't.
Air.
They won't
You
even be
sat
able
next to
to.
Mason Mount.
Wouldn't even be able to fly to Europe.
What happened when he got stuck on the flight? Imagine you're sat next to Mason Mount and you get stuck like you done that flight.
Oh, what?
Won't let him off. But yeah,
Sorry, Mason.
it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next few weeks. But
It could be another opening for fourth, mate. And if that happens, then we'll.
Fourth's dead in the water for me. I'm just looking at 7th place and Wolves. Anything else is a bonus. If you're pessimistic, it hurts less.
Well, we did take another step towards fourth, whether you like it or not, when we won on Sunday.
Great win.
It was a good win.
Great
it's a
win.
massive win. And to
Didn't
be
see
fair,
it coming.
no, I don't think anyone's expecting it after travelling to Seville on Thursday and then coming back, and then Villa on a good run of form as well. But from the first 10 minutes, I thought, we're up for this.
Yeah.
Even Ben Rama, he got a lot of stick on Sunday from some fans, but the way he started that game, first 2 chances, 2 shots at goal, he got 2 assists that game as well. I know he's not
Very
everyone's-
direct as well.
Yeah, I know he's not everyone's favourite, but he was brilliant I thought he was really good on Sunday. I really did.
You don't like him, do
He made
you?
mistakes. Yeah, but Nicky does that. Nicky will get a player and he won't like him. Like Haller. Haller can score overhead kicks and all that.
was shit.
Yeah, but he still scored important goals for us. The thing is, if you keep getting on a player's back, you look for them to make mistakes. And I noticed that with people around me. As soon as Ben Rama does something good, bloke behind us don't say a thing. As soon as he makes one mistake, he's, you're shit. You're shit.
He's good. He contributes a lot more than Haller or Felipe Anderson does.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of assists. I thought he was very direct. He just doesn't do it enough. He's very inconsistent. But when he's on it,
This
he's
is what I said
fucking
with
good.
Ben Rama on Sunday. He started off first 10 minutes. I thought he was brilliant. Created 2 chances, had 2 shots himself. And then the next 3 things he does is mistakes. And then people just jump on that. And then after that, he'll
His
have a...
passing's awful.
Yeah.
I just, it's not. I'm not. I just don't think he does enough. I think he's a certain sort. And the thing is with him, I know he's got the talent. The talent's there. I've seen it. And he doesn't. Yeah, this is like Alea. Doesn't use it.
But I
doesn't
see
apply
people
it.
say it about Fornells. I've seen people say it about
Everyone gives him
Lanzini.
shit, don't they?
You know what I mean? It's over the years. You always get that player where people will just, and then all of a sudden they just do something and they'll get that run. I think Ben Rama's one of these players that just needs a run in the team, just needs to stay in the team. Because I always feel
He's been in
when
the
he's
team for a long time though.
Yeah.
but he was out of the team for a long time as well. He was in a good run of form and then he dropped out.
He started the season really well.
I don't think Moisey, not that Moisey don't like him,
He
he wasn't a Moisey signing. So I think it's clear that Moisey wanted the Palace boy, didn't he? The one that went Palace.
Eze,
yeah. I think that's who he wanted, but we got Ben Rama. But I just think he needs a run in the team. And I always feel when Ben Rama's on the pitch, even when he's not having a great game, I still think he can create something. And we see it on Sunday, 2 assists, 2 great assists as well.
There's certain players, and you want certain things from certain players, and like you don't expect Fornells to take on 4 players. But with Ben Rama, he's got the talent, and I've seen him do it.
It's good on the ball.
And he doesn't do it.
It's much better on the ball though.
He just doesn't do it, Tom. He
I
just doesn't do
thought
it.
when he came on against Seville, he looked very good.
Yeah.
I thought he sparked. Like I think he's a better impact player than he's a starter.
Just want to see more from him, and I don't think we're ever going to see more from him.
I don't. Yeah, I agree, but I think for what he is, he ain't the worst player, and he contributes a lot more than players like Anderson. And people still call for Anderson to come back.
depends what Anderson you say. Like
but
Anderson at left or Anderson first season.
I'm not going
first
into Anderson. I've said my piece on him too many times, but
Well,
I prefer Ben Rama.
Okay, well, I prefer Ben Rama over Anderson at left. I don't prefer Ben Rama to the Anderson that we got at first.
But you think back to the beginning of the season, people were saying Lanzini was finished. Now everyone's saying he should be the first name on the team sheet.
Rightly so.
Or second.
He's had a good season.
Exactly. But this is the thing. You get players consistently playing. They're not going to perform every game. I mean, Declan Rice is probably the only player that doesn't drop below an 8 out of 10 every game.
And
Bowen. He missed Bowen. Fair. But, you're going to get that. Antonio, look how poor Antonio's been. He doesn't get half the stick.
Well, he's out for about a month now. And the injuries finally happened.
It was inevitable.
I think it's a blessing in disguise, if I'm being honest. I think he needs a rest.
Oh yeah, but I heard earlier that he's going to be all right for Thursday.
Yeah,
I saw something that he might be out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Bowen's out for. Bowen is going to miss Thursday and maybe Sunday.
That's bollocks. That is.
But
that do you know what? Right. Sorry, but
why is it bollocks?
But it fucks me off because.
Why does it fuck you off?
Well, because the day after Liverpool, it was like there's no significant injury. When West Ham themselves came out and said there's no significant injury. No, it was only an impact injury. So if it's only an impact injury, like all right, he'll probably miss a couple of games. He'll be back.
It's the swelling, though. Yeah.
But it's but this is the thing. Like, fuck off. But this is what annoys me. When we always have a player that gets injured, we say, "Oh, it's only going to be a couple of weeks," and then they go on and you don't see him.
Andy Carroll was out for about 7 months. They said he was only going to be out for 3 weeks.
That's what I mean. You just, this is what I mean. It's the slightest knock, and you don't see him for months.
Yeah, Bowen's going to be a massive miss, but yeah, I heard earlier that Antonio's going to be all right for Thursday, and Creswell as well. So
I saw something he was out for 4 to 6 weeks, but
it's possible. It's possible, but I don't think. I'll be honest with you. The way he's playing, I don't think it's that much of a miss.
No, I agree. Blessing in disguise. I think if he comes back after an injury when he's had a few weeks rest, which he needs, I think we might see the Antonio at the start of the season.
I agree. I think I honestly think that's what he's missed. I think he's missed that month off that he normally gets.
I think that he needs to. I think it'd be a better player coming off the bench. So if Moisey dropped him and maybe started with a Yarmolenko up top, just to see how it works.
I was pleased for Yarmolenko when he scored. Such a lovely moment. Such a good finish as well. Really clever goal that was.
It was a great...
And I'm not a fan of Yarmolenko, but, given what he's going through and coming off and score, it was meant to be. Such a lovely moment. And he sort of his movement in the middle was much better than you told me, Nick, for the second goal especially. When he drags out the Villa defenders.
The thing is, you see it in him. Like, as soon as he come on, you just had that feeling that he was going to score because of everything that's going on, and he was like a man possessed. And as soon as he got that ball, first thing he done outside of the boot, knocked it across to Ben Rama, got straight in the box. What he was doing was what we want Antonio to do, but Antonio don't. Antonio draws himself to the ball, and that's why he's off. He ain't scoring as many goals. You go back to that season when we stayed up, when he scored on them goals. Go and watch every single goal he scored. They're always in the box. He's always running towards a goal, waiting for that ball to come in. Yeah. And that's the difference. And we've seen Yarmolenko do it for Ukraine. We know he's got the talent. And maybe this might be the moment that he needed this season to now go on, because he's been poor. He's been poor for a long time, Yarmolenko. And in a way, I don't blame him, because if I was a football player and I was coming on the 92nd minute of a game, when there's 4 minutes injury time, I'm coming on with 2 minutes to go. What are you going to do? You're not going to change anything. All you're going to do is go and get a bit of mud on your boots. That's it. And shake people's hands. So it is frustrating for players. I do understand that. But he is he might be the surprise package. He might be our Antonio.
I did think this because he's not good enough to be out wide now. No. He's not got the pace, and his ball control shit.
He's too tall to be out wide.
Well, I say his ball control shit. I thought his goal was really well controlled and taken. But when he's run, he can't run with the ball.
To be fair, he got a lot of criticism at Kidderminster. He got a lot of criticism from me.
It was shocking.
Oh, yeah. It was shocking. But when you know what's going on, maybe he had a lot on his mind.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That dive was embarrassing.
Yeah. We don't know, do we, what was going on in his head at the time. But now he's back. He's got that first game out of his way. He can just concentrate on his football now. And Who knows? He
I'll be
might go
honest
on a
with you,
little run.
It's an escape.
It made me
isn't
tear
it?
up a little
Football's an escape for everyone, really. It's even for players, especially when shit like that.
It's like it for fans, mate. Whatever you got going on in your life, as soon as you sit in your seat at a football stadium, you forget everything. All you're concentrating on is that game. We want to win. We want to win. And then you go back outside the stadium and everything that's going on in your life, you think about it again. But for 90 minutes, you forget about it. And that's the same as football players. And there's a lot of pressure on these players, especially now. You think 9 games to go. You know, there's a massive opportunity in this season for West Ham. I know you don't, to still finish top 4 and still win the Europa League. They're 2 possibilities that can happen.
Yeah.
They might not happen and probably won't.
Yeah.
But they can happen. So it's still...
Mate, honestly, if we get the Conference League, I'll be buzzing. I'll be pleased. Considering we played in the Europa League, I'll take the Conference League all day long.
To finish 10th and win the Europa League and get Champions League. That would be massive.
That would be much better, but it's not going to happen.
No, it won't. It's tough.
But like, it could happen.
It could happen, but I don't think
we
it will.
look. So back to Sevilla again. I suppose I thought we performed very well there. I thought we matched them. They had lots of possession. We defended very well. I think Zuma played really well again, as he did on Sunday. I just think we've got something in us for Thursday.
I see a lot of...
They worked us out second half, though.
Yeah.
Like, by the second half, they'd had us sus. When the goal went in, it was all Seville for about 20 minutes until the last 10, and they could have had a few more. We had to weather a big storm.
Yeah, but that's playing at home. That's playing away in Europe. If you can weather them storms, that's when they've got to now come to the London Stadium, which is going to be fucking buzzing. By the way, it is going to be electric in there, and they've got to weather that storm.
My advice is get there early on Thursday because I think there's going to be a lot of people there early to soak up that atmosphere.
That's not good because I'm coming from work and I finish at 6. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's going to be electric there, mate. I think this is going to be a special night.
Yeah, I hope so.
I honestly think this is going to be a special night.
It's got all the makings for it.
It has got all the makings.
Like script written.
And I think, do you know what? I'll be honest, if we give them a good game on Thursday and we still end up losing, I still think the fans will get a great reception because it's been an amazing run. No one give us any chance when that group draw was done. I remember all these Tottenham fans because who was it we had? Zagreb. They knocked them out the previous year in the Champions League, didn't they?
Europa League.
Europa League, sorry. And they was all going, they're gonna get smashed. And we went out there and beat them 2-0. All right, they beat us 1-0 at home, but they didn't beat West Ham. They beat the Kids, which was a dead rubber game. Nothing. We'd already had our feet up with cigar.
I would have taken getting out the group, finishing second.
Second place, yeah.
To be fair, we did have an easy group compared to some. I think it could have been a lot harder, but, you know, the teams in our group had a lot of experience. I think I was looking through previous seasons. Zagreb made the quarterfinals last season. I think Genk did as well previous season. You know, they've all got European pedigree, and it's hard.
I think we would have looked at that group and thought it was easy if we was in Europe year in, year out. But when I looked at that group, I thought that's tough. There's some, as you said, there's teams that played in Champions Leagues, you know, got further in the competition. Even when we drew Seville in the last 16, I was thinking to myself, that's probably the worst draw we could have got because they've won it so many times. But
it was.
They done us so proud on Thursday night. And as much as we enjoyed it as fans from the game, I think and it's only half time. It's 1-0.
To be honest with you, I'm half hoping we go out so my bank account's more stable.
Saying that, let's hope that if we do go through, if we get Rangers, we can all get the mega bus up to Glasgow.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
All right, mate.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
He shit out a lung and he's fucking coughing up the other one.
We can.
I was on his truth before we came in this fucking studio. He went for a shit for about 25 minutes.
Fuck, he went 25 minutes.
It sounded like he was giving birth to a gorilla.
And he had his microphone on still.
Fuck off.
And then
He sounded like having an orgasm.
Halfway through, he stopped it at a roast dinner.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
When you got to go,
You're going to change your jumper?
Do you want me advertising your merchandise?
No, yeah, but are you going to get another one? I know you've got a few, so why do you keep wearing the same one?
Because I like this one. Here we go. He's going to scrutinise me for my clothes now. Here we go.
I can't say nothing today, man.
It's a nice collar.
I've got 19-year-old jeans on, but fucking 54-year-old trainer. I got a pair of Skechers on.
Yeah, you got a 5-year-old t-shirt.
Like you
on.
go for a midlife crisis.
Yeah, all the rips in these jeans, man. I swear on my life, I bought these jeans. I didn't know they had all these rips in them. It's fucking ridiculous.
I'll tell you what, mate.
I had more rips in my jeans since 2001.
Sorry.
Go on, sorry, mate. Go on. You smoking?
I had this jumper when I fronted the Frankfurt fans. They took one look at this
you've
badge.
had that jumper on for 3 weeks.
I had it, yeah, and they looked at this badge and they ran, mate.
Yeah, go on, tell us a story. Go on.
Oh, mate, it was proper wild. It was out there, right, in Seville, Wednesday night, having a few beers, yeah, in the bar. All of a sudden, they all come out of nowhere. These German fans, Frankfurt fans, all barging down the street, bats, poles, threw a glass at me, missed me. I threw one back, and I just thought, come on then, let's have it. So I just barged out, and I lifted this jumper up, and I showed them the badge, and they were like, run, run, run. And they all legged it. And I just stood there with me up. With me arms.
Shit, that's just fucking Google.
Oh my God, that's the Google.
My chest was pumped out. My arms were like all tense. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I went back into the pub and everyone cheered and everyone was buying me drinks after that. I was the hero of the hour.
They clapped you in.
No, I didn't really. I didn't see anything.
You didn't see shit, I was going to say, there's none of that. They said, oh shit, this has to fucking Google.
Oh my
Jürgen.
God.
Please leave us alone, Mr. Gugu.
You should have opened your can of spinach and it. I is what I is.
If we go through Thursday, who do you hope we get? Where do you want to go?
Frankfurt, so I could have round 2.
Yeah.
Fuck off. How'd they get on?
They won't. They beat Betis 2-1. I was going to go to that game, but I landed too late. Loads of West Ham went to that game.
My mate went.
Did he?
Yeah.
I wish I'd gone. It's a nice stadium. It's bigger than Seville's. But
what do you think of that stadium?
Lovely.
What, Seville's?
Yes. I love a new ground. It's bonus.
I thought it looked like it'd been put up with cardboard, if I'm honest.
It's a lot of Spanish stadiums and in Europe are like that because like when you're at the back, you can just peer over and see behind you. They've got no roof, have they? And they've got no like...
What? You can just peer over.
You know when you're at the back, it was in Zagreb. You go to the back, you lean over and see the back of the stadium, can't you?
Yes, I.
Yes, I know. But nah, who do I want? Who's in it? Barcelona, Frankfurt, or Galatasaray potentially. That'd be naughty. Naughty. Who else is it?
Rangers.
I don't know. I've already done Ibrox though.
Leon.
It's just not. Yeah, Leon would be a good shout. Do you know what, Leon?
No, I want to go.
Or Porto.
I want to go somewhere in Britain. So Rangers.
Because somewhere in Britain.
The dream tie for me would be Rangers. Because I just like Glasgow Rangers. I've never been Ibrox. And I know you've been Ibrox, but you haven't been Ibrox
with West
in the
Ham.
away end in that atmosphere.
And we fucking pasted Celtic 6-2. So we've got a good chance. But they're doing really well in Europe, Rangers.
They slapped Red Star, didn't they?
Yeah.
They knocked Dortmund out.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Who were the
thing
favourites?
is, though, right, when I look at Rangers' route, yeah, they played Dortmund. But like, I'm starting to wonder, would we have been better off finishing second?
They played Dortmund.
Yeah, I know, but what if we got like some shit team like Olympiacos?
They played the favourites and they knocked them out.
Okay. Right.
No, honestly, I don't see how that's an easy route. That's the
hardest route. Yes, I'm not saying it was easy, but I'm saying
they've got the hardest round this one, but they had the hardest round last round.
Barcelona?
No, but Dortmund by far.
You reckon?
By far, yeah.
I'll tell you what though. 5-6 weeks ago, I looked at Barcelona and I thought they're a bit of a joke, but now they've picked up some real form. You'd want to.
So Bamiyang, mate.
Yeah, you want to sort of avoid them. They've come into a good run of form at the moment, but it's still exciting to be talking about West Ham mixing it with these sort of clubs and looking who can we get. But we've got a big job to do on Thursday. I think we'll have this conversation next week.
Did you see? This just pops in my head. Did you see today that we've been linked with Philip Coutinho?
No.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I see that. It was a bit of a random one, wasn't it?
I think they're just pulling people out their arse, I think, to be honest with you. Philip Coutinho.
He's on loan at Villa. Yeah.
Is he on loan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought they bought him.
No, he's on loan.
It would have been a lot of money to buy him. It'd have been at least, 40, 50?
I don't know, man.
Not that he's worth it now, but that's what Barcelona paid 110 million for him.
More than that, it's about 140 million.
It's ridiculous.
That is crazy, mate.
But he's a good player.
No wonder they're skinned.
But the thing is, I remember when he had his debut for Villa and he scored against United. He scored 2 on his debut,
No, he scored
or one, didn't he? He scored the equaliser, didn't he? And I remember all the Aston Villa fans going absolutely mental, man. And they was tweeting out on Sunday after the game saying, "I hope Philip Coutinho starts turning up for us soon. When's Gerrard going to pick him?" Like taking the piss, saying he's not doing anything. And to be honest, I looked at him on Sunday and I thought he ain't done nothing. Danny Ings ain't done nothing. Watkins ain't done nothing. So I was thinking to myself, that's how well we played, that we kept their big
I
players
think our
quiet.
defence is just that good.
Dawson was brilliant.
He got a lot of stick on Twitter though from some fans.
Dawson?
And I was thinking to myself,
For that miss, I
attention
bet it's good for the
seekers.
miss.
Do you know what though? That pass he made.
Did you see the commentators? Did you see the two commentators?
Lee Hendry's
my
a
God.
co-commentator.
What an
yeah.
fucking embarrassment that was. That header, right? That Zuma header was right at him, right?
Martinez,
and
yeah.
I think I don't even think that's a good save because he hasn't tipped it over or tipped it round. He's tipped it back into Dawson. Should have scored. Yeah, if Dawson would have let it drop a little bit more and not snatched it, he would have scored. It's right at him, and I think he could have even caught it. Right? That's my opinion, right? I think he could have caught it. It looked a good save. It looks good because he flung himself in the air and that, and it was close and all that. But if you look at the position of him when it came to him and the height it was, I think he could have just went like that, bosh. Like I think he would have had to do the old pat down thing, right? But he didn't. He flicked himself in the air, flicked it into the head of Dawson, who should have nodded it in.
Noddy.
And fucking Lee Hendry's going, you'd have thought it was Gordon fucking Banks saving against Brazil.
Yeah, I think it's just a reaction. And you know yourself, commentary, you got to over it. You got to do. Look at Martin Tyler. And I remember listening to West Ham on the radio with Jonathan Pearce. He used to scream when it was only a throw-on. I thought we fucking scored.
But he said it's a save of the season by a long shot.
He's shit, Martinez. He should have saved both the goals. Got good hand to both, especially 4 now. It went straight through him.
When you talk about save of the season, did you see Ramsdale's save yesterday against Leicester?
Fuck Ramsdale, man. He's shit.
He ain't shit.
Yeah,
he's not shit.
He's not
Yeah,
shit.
He's just a bit. I don't think he's shit.
He'll be England's #1 for the World Cup.
Yeah, God help us.
The only thing is, I think he's a bit eccentric at times. He gets a bit excited.
He'll get found out.
He's like the English
I'm not
Kasper
having
Schmeichel,
that.
isn't he?
Yeah,
But what I love about it now is that there's 9 games to go in the Premier League. I know some clubs have got more, but this is the exciting time of the seasons because there's going to be twists and turns at the bottom in the Europa League, Champions League places, and the top now. Because if Liverpool win tomorrow, they're a point behind City, and they've got to play each other.
Yeah,
and that's exciting because Palace. I said to my mate yesterday, Palace have got this thing over Guardiola. They're the only team this season that City hasn't scored against in 2 games. They drew 0-0 at the Etihad.
No, they won 2-0 at the Etihad.
Oh, sorry, they won 2-0 at the Etihad and they lost. But even you go back to season, I think they've won. They've got quite a good record at the Etihad as well, isn't
a couple of seasons ago, it was a draw at the Etihad.
Who won
and they win
Palace
at Man City.
At City.
What, this season?
Yeah.
And
They beat him as well 3 years ago.
Yeah,
as well.
when Townsend scored that screamer.
Yeah.
But I mean, last night Palace. Don't get me wrong, they defended a lot in the game, but you got to expect that against City. But they done well.
But I saw things. Hello.
Theme tune.
Has anybody got any? Has anybody got any viewers? Lovely. It's good. It's good. It's good.
No guesses who that was.
But do you know what? Even at the bottom. You know, Everton have been dragged right into it. And I look at their next 5 fixtures. And, well, I was looking at it because I think with 2 games to go or 3 games to go, they've got to play Chelsea. And I was thinking Chelsea could relegate, but Chelsea might not even be about by then. So, but I'll tell you what, I honestly think if Everton don't win in the next 2 games,
they're down.
No, they'll sack Lampard. They'll get rid of him. And they will put Ferguson in charge for the rest of the season to get that lift.
I'll be honest with you, mate. I watched the game against Wolves. I watched large parts of the game. I watched the extended highlights. They ain't got the players to do what Lampard wants to do.
They had a lot of chances, didn't they?
Yeah, what does Lampard want to do?
He wants to play football. And they ain't got the players to play football. They can't pass the ball 5 yards, mate.
It's their defence as well.
Their defence is
all over the
fucking
place.
shocking. But some of their midfielders and that. I mean, I was on a show today with someone before I came here, and they was talking about, like, they've signed good players. Dele Alli. Is Dele Alli a good player? When's the last time you knew Dele Alli?
40 million.
40 million.
English tax.
When's the last time you knew Dele Alli to be a good player? Because it's been a good
5
few
years.
Yeah, since he was a really good player. And they've signed Van der Beek. Van der Beek couldn't get a game for Man United. I don't care. They also, it's names. they've bought names. You know what I mean? And when you look at what Newcastle have bought, yeah, people were laughing at Newcastle when they bought Byrne and Wood and, you know, left back. What's the left back's name? Target. Because Villa
Trippier.
Trippier was a different. He was a sort of. I think he was a sort of a marquee signing. But they was laughing when they bought Byrne and Wood and that, thinking, "Fucking hell, they're not going to get him out of trouble." But they are. They're the type of players
Burns
that are going
a good player.
They're the type of players that are going to get you out.
Problem
of trouble.
is with Lampard, he's come in a relegation battle. If he'd have come in and they would have been like 8th in the league, they probably would play that football. But they're under pressure, and the fans at Goodison Park are letting them know as well. And that's the thing. We've had it at West Ham. We've seen it down the years. You know, when the fans start turning on you so quick, you just can't win football games, and they're running out of games.
But there's no effort there, right? And that's what I've always
what,
said.
though?
I can. They've got, because the thing is, they have got talent in their side. They've done it.
But I watched their highlights, and they had the chances. It's just their lack of, you know, what's the word?
Creation.
Yeah.
Creativity.
I mean, Richarlison had a few chances. You know, it's.
But he's a good player, Richarlison. But his goal scoring record is not great.
No,
he's not great.
But he contributes a lot.
Yeah, he's a good player.
The problem is what Everton needed was a Sam Allardyce that got them out of it the other year.
Yeah.
They need that manager to come in, and the first thing you do when you don't win games is you shore up that defence. Don't concede goals.
Lampard's another name, though. You know, ex-Chelsea,
it's no good.
young,
It's no
English.
good.
I know.
No good
It's a
to him.
name.
It's no good to him at the minute.
thing
He's
is-
got no experience of that.
Yeah.
When's the last time Frank Lampard, as a player or a manager, has been involved in a relegation battle?
He never has.
But
Probably with us.
But that's how he learns, isn't it? And if he wants to be a top manager, you got to go through them, you know. But he's not the right man at the time and now. And as I said, if they don't win in the next 2 or 3 games, I think they're sacking.
Their season hinges on the games against Burnley and Watford.
Yeah.
They've got Newcastle Thursday.
Yeah, but I think Newcastle are out of it.
Newcastle are out of it, but Newcastle they got Thursday. That before Newcastle went on that run, they'd have been targeting them sort of games.
Well, do you know what as well? That was postponed in December before Newcastle bought all those players.
Yeah, I know.
So that's put them at a bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah,
which
Newcastle fucking played that COVID card.
The thing is, as well, they were saying on Match of the Day is that Norwich are almost relegated now. But do you know what? I look at
Norwich as well.
I look at their fixtures, and there's still 27 points to play for, and they're only 3 points off. So I'm thinking, how can you say they're relegated?
There's too many games in hands and stuff like that. It'll be so surreal if Everton go down, though.
I'd love it.
Really surreal. I don't know what I think. I like tradition, and they're traditional. They're one of the traditional Premier League clubs, and they are a big club.
And I'll be honest with you, I think if they went down, I think they might do a Leeds and not come up for a very
they'll come
long
straight
time.
back up, man.
I don't think so.
This reminds me.
Their fans don't think so.
This reminds me of when Newcastle were relegated in 2009. It just like that they've been struggling for a bit. I mean, Everton have been for a lot of managers, and I saw something today. They spent 150 million on like Doucouré, Balassi, Keane, Godfrey.
They spent 50 million on Iwobi.
Exactly,
That deserves
40
relegation
million,
now.
Yeah.
Relegated
30 million
as soon
on
as they done that.
Pickford. Like Pickford's, I think I rate Pickford personally, but
Yeah,
England.
Pickford's a good goalkeeper.
but they got a lot of like age. Like Coleman, he's been there since 2010.
He's finished.
And he's
mate. His
finished.
legs are
Yeah,
done, yeah.
I know.
You think he's still playing from Leighton Baines? Is he?
He retired years ago.
No, it wasn't years ago. It was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but years ago.
Yeah.
See, what they're lacking is when you look. I remember when you go back years ago when Everton were in a similar position under Howard Kendall or Joe Kinnear. I can't remember who it was. I remember when they had a Kevin Campbell up front.
Yeah.
Joe Royal.
Yeah, Joe Royal, sorry.
Yeah.
And
Ferguson.
they had a Kevin Campbell up front and a Duncan Ferguson, and they will win your games. They'll battle. I look around that Everton team and I don't see that. A bit like us under Avram Grant that season. Take away Scott Parker, there was no one really in that season that would drag
There's
you
a lot
through.
of players there, mate, like that's been signed for a lot of money that don't want to get their hands dirty.
Calvert-Lewin. You look at Calvert-Lewin and think they can rely on him, but he's too injury prone. Fucking good player though. Do you know if they do go down, there are a lot of players I'd take from Everton. A lot of players.
Who?
Calvert-Lewin,
Yeah.
Richarlison,
Yeah.
that young kid Gordon, Anthony
Gordon
Gordon,
Verlaine.
Who's their midfielder? Allen, in it?
Allen.
He's
Yeah.
a good player.
What about the guy that broke his leg a couple of years ago? Or was it this season?
Who?
The
What
midfielder.
position?
Midfield.
Oh, Gomez,
we was over
yeah,
there.
yeah. Well, we linked with him once.
Yeah.
Good player.
Not that fucking good because they're fucking terrible, mate.
What about David Weir? Does he still play for him?
Yeah, and David Unsworth, Alan Stubbs.
Well, I'd love Unsworth
Stubbs,
back at
yeah.
West Ham.
But yeah, but you know, I've heard the phrase he's uttered, "too good to go down," and that phrase, I'm afraid that's a dangerous phrase. Yeah,
They've completely swapped places with us though the last few years.
They've invested very poorly. They've invested a lot of money,
Yeah, but
they've got they've had no football people doing it.
Well, and they when you go through it, a lot of managers in such a short space of time, it catches up with you because they had Moyes for a long time. Martinez coming in did well.
Check that camera for me, Dom. Just quickly.
What one? The little one or the big one?
The little one. Quick, because it's flashing.
Run, dummy, run.
What's it saying?
Get your ass right in front of my one.
Memory card.
Yellow card.
Yeah. All right. Let's finish up then because it's.
It's been a long one.
Yeah.
You'll still be on my camera though, wouldn't you?
Probably not. No, it's just pointing at you. But fuck it anyway. Don't worry about it. But yeah. That's about it for this edition of the West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, we're
podcast.
obviously big game Thursday and obviously Sunday against Spurs. So it's a massive week, and let's hope, fingers crossed, we get through them both.
By the time we get here next week,
But I'll take Seville over Spurs, and I know that's tough for me to say because I love getting.
We
one
can't
over
lose to Spurs though, mate. We got to win that. We got to win both games
We've
this
got to
week.
win both. But
We have to.
taking the choice now, Seville or Spurs.
Both. We can
Alright, taking a
do. We
choice
can
now.
do both. I'm
Seville.
not having that.
Seville.
Both.
But you don't want to lose to them.
No,
You don't. What you don't want to do is lose both.
Yes.
because that'd be terrible.
It's not about Spurs. It's just the fact they're right behind us. That's why I don't want to lose to them.
Fuck whether they are.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, isn't it? Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV podcast. Thank you very much for being a patron and supporting us. I'm getting a lot of good comments from the guys over there on the Patreon, and they're absolutely loving it. And we're going to keep on producing this content. So if you're watching it on YouTube, do consider becoming a patron and getting the audio early. This will be out tomorrow. So yeah, happy days. Anything left to say, boys? Anything?
Play a noise button.
Who's doing the outro?
You.
Okay.
This week. All right. What?
We'll all do the outro.
Let's
do a tune. and
I'll
we'll-
start the
Hold
outro.
on, wait, let me just.
My singing ain't that bad.
Go on then.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. You got to join in. Come on.
Oh, I thought he was going to make a song up.
Yeah, I thought you was going
This
to.
is Oasis.
All right, do
Yeah,
it.
well, we thought you were
Don't
gonna
you
make
know
one.
you
We've sang
might
this one
find...
before.
No, we ain't. We've done Wonderwall. This is...
All right, ready.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to stay? Wow, 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 wow.